City News everywhere.
The only real damage is in the bar.
It was a wet scene inside the Sutherland Hotel this weekend after a fire triggered the building's sprinkler system and shortly displaced some of its residents in one of two overnight fires that took place in Winnipeg just hours apart.
It's a pain in the butt, it always is. But for the most part, everybody pulls together and helps out.
Winnipeg Fire and Paramedic Service indicated in a news release they were called to the three-story hotel in the 700 block of Main Street at around 1:24 a.m., finding the building's fire system had put out the blaze. A short time later, the hotel's owner, Boris Kirschner, got the news.
I got a phone call at 2 in the morning saying there was a fire in one of the suites. It seems somebody turned a mattress on fire and the sprinkler system took care of the fire, but there's still a lot of water.
He says fires at the building have just started to become an ongoing problem in the last few years.
It's a common occurrence, especially since COVID. I've been here 15 years. Before COVID, we had one fire. Since COVID, this is our 5th or 6th, I can't remember.
Kirschner says only 2 suites were affected by the fire and the residents were moved to vacant suites as a result. The Winnipeg Fire and Paramedic Services say the city's emergency social services teams were on site as well, but for the most part, most residents could return home after the fire. Kirschner says repairs will likely cost about $2,000 and they hope to have them done as soon as possible.
It's happening to our little community here.
Then, just a few hours later, residents on Rutland Street watched a scary scene unfold when a vacant home in the 300 block sustained heavy damage, with crews responding at 3:16 a.m. The fire was declared under control at 4:29 a.m., but it was unsettling for Marcy Desatel, whose grandma lives in the house next door, saying the phone call she got was a scary one.
Absolutely frantic, like she was just talking about how scared she was. It's a different feeling that you never expected to overwhelm you, like she was shaking and everything, and just to hear that pain and panic in her voice, it's quite terrifying.
Winnipeg Fire and Paramedic Services say one neighboring home was evacuated as the fire was extinguished. In both fires, no injuries were reported and the cause of both remain under investigation. Desatel is thankful for the quick response from the WFPS and says while questions still remain, the nearby blaze has her worried, and says everyone in the close-knit area are on the lookout.
If it was deliberately set, how could someone do this to another person or a community? These homes are so close together. When one goes up, it's like they all go up.
In Winnipeg, Modjeski, City News.